Don't stop.
Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's Chicago taking on London. Ready to go? Max
Leading
Clark
tonight,
digs in now.
The center fielder, number 84, Max Clark.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. One down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Swing and a ball popped up. Rafaela takes it in for the out. 2 away now. So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. Slider right there.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
That's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Inside, ball one.
Now snap throw to first. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see.
Runner on the move. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. And that is that. This is Willie Castro.
Hey!
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He'll touch them all, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-0. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That one fouled off.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Inside ball.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Gone! Big Dog's got to eat. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 3-0. Rip, but it curls foul.
Ball 1.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
Ripped on a line to center. Then there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Save.
No, he's safe.
That is good.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
That's outside.
What a stop. And they get the out. Tap foul at the plate. And it's even up.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that is that. Back here in Denver, now the left fielder, Roman Anthony. And that one is lifted in the air. One away.
That is it. The third baseman, number 1, Carlos Correa.
That one ripped, but foul. Popped up. Marte under it. And a couple of quick outs. Now it's the right fielder, Chase DeLauder. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. Back here at Coors Field, leading off, Will Smith.
Ball, that's out.
And a foul ball. The 1-1. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And he went around. Ruled a swing. That's a laser base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-1. Lifted to left center. Way back there. And that is gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. Out towards right center field. And there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
That one lifted to left. Anthony drops steps, heads back on it. Takes it in for the out. And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
2 down, nobody on. And that extends the inning. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, carrying well. Gone! Big Dog's got to eat. Juan Soto goes deep. It's their second home run of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. They go back to back, and they add to their lead. It's 8-0.
Nope. Ball 1. That's ball 2.
Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. Up the middle. Whips it to first. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Will Smith. No question about this one. It's out of here. He wastes no time on this one, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 8-1. Foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2.
Ball.
This to center field. And there's one down. Max Clark, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. A little roller up along first. And he's out on the tag.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
This one in the air, center field. And that's the third out. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. It's now as we go to the last of the third. Stepping in, Ceddanne Rafaela.
That's a ball.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Way high there, and the count is filled up. Stays alive. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead. Here's McCutchen.
Nope, that's a ball.
Out towards left center. Anthony on the move. One down. Back to the top of the order. And here is Willie Castro. Lifted in the air, right center field. DeLauder gets under it. And there's two away. He's already homered here. This one.
Ball, that's out.
One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. Just
Ball
missed.
two.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Smith off of first with two away. That's inside. 3-2 now. And ball
Nope,
four,
that's
two
ball
aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
In the dirt. Two on, two outs. Foul ball there. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. That one is absolutely belted. Dives and makes the catch. What a play. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were
Ball
you superstitious
inside.
as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you
That's
weren't
in.
superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. A solo shot. And first offering is fouled off.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Inside.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Swings and misses. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Anthony now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Late on that fastball. There's a splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Carlos Correa will circle the bags. Second home run of the inning for him. Next to hit, Chase DeLauter. Check swing. He went. And the count is 0-2. This one smoked. Could be trouble.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
And that one pulled foul. DeLauter leads off first with 2 down to the inning. There goes the runner in the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Heads up base running right there.
Here's a 1-2.
That's
Inside,
a really
ball
good
two.
take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Good job to fight that one off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball.
Ball.
The hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Man at second. Swing and a miss for the strike. Back here in Denver, Juan Soto now.
Number 22, Juan Soto.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Inside, ball 1.
One and two now. On a line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat.
Angel Serpa comes on now.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Late with the swing there. Serpa. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
2 aboard with 1 out. Ceddanne Rafaela getting ready to hit. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1.
Ball.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two on, 1 out.
Well, this is a
off the
guy
plate.
that can
Ball
be
2.
frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Double steal. That's to third,
that's foul.
but it kicks foul. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Both runners go again. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Go! Big Dogs gotta eat. A 3-run homer, and they boost their lead. It's 12-3. That one found hard the other way. 0-1 now. Late on that fastball.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. DeLauder takes it in for the out. Out number 2. Andrew McCutchen. Craig Kimbrell taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Swing and a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
Ball.
Already 3 runs across in the frame. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Two and one now. Gets the outside corner with that one. And a breaking ball misses outside. And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. Back here at Coors Field, here's the shortstop at the plate, number 86.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Gets to it onto first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Up next for the All-Stars, the center fielder, Max Clark.
Check swing called strike. It's 0-1. That one fouled off. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 2 down, bases empty. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got it! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Marte, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ball 1.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Ball.
Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Ground ball up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. So man aboard. Here's Juan Soto. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 14-3. And our starting pitcher here today, Mike Soroka. What do you got on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
And we're underway from Wrigley Field.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Out towards right center field. Clark on the move to the gap. He's got it. And there's one away. Here's Jose Ramirez. And look out.
You hit him.
As that one ran in and got him.
Batting third, the second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
Ball.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner goes again. There's a ball.
That's a ball.
Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. A two-run shot. Tap foul to plate. The 0-1. Ripped on the ground a second. Toss to Alonso. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Ken Singleton.
That missed. That's a ball.
Well, they
That's
gave
a
up the
ball.
home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Fastball
Nope,
is outside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good
That's
pitch
ball
is a strike.
forward.
But
Take your base.
so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that's the 3rd out.
This is the beginning. Gotta get to the mission.
Leading off, Max
Leading
Clark.
off here this afternoon, the center fielder, number 84, Max Clark.
There's a swing and a drive. Tatis going back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1.
Right to.
And down on strikes. And there are 2 down. popped up left side. And that ends the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Towards first, and it goes just foul.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside-the-park home run in the same game.
The 1-2. Into center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That's the ball.
Pitch out, but no action. Runner on the move. It's a pitch out. Now they get the runner and a rundown. And he's out easily. That one
Nope,
outside.
that's outside.
Ball
Ball.
3. High fly ball down the left field line. And he makes the grab. 2 down. Cal Raleigh will hit next. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
He was all over that one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it! Back here at the friendly confines, here's Pete Alonso. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. What a stop! Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Ball.
Line drive. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, nobody on.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That misses. Ball 3. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That is the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, now it's Jose Ramirez. That one is hammered right field. Carrying well. It bangs off the scoreboard and it's gone.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Ball.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Foul ball. And a payoff pitch. Stays alive. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That's hard hit on the line. DeLauder makes a nice running catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Alvarez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Alvarez around second. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to
calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Ball.
Swing at a ground ball. Whips it to first. Now 2 away.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early. With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Brett checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Nope, he held back. 2 on, 2 outs. That clips the zone. 3-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. On the ground, right side. Altuve slings to first. They limit the damage here. Here at Wrigley Field, digging in, Chase DeLauder. Nice grab to first, and very nicely done for the out. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. That one to first. He'll do it himself, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. This one in the air, center field. Tatis under it, and that's the inning.
I wake up and see the sunshine. Thankful for the day, so this one's mine.
On to the 4th, stepping in, Cal Raleigh. That one almost got him.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Altuve handles it, sends it to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. That one ripped right center field, way back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Man at second. Again with a pitch out. Pitch out, but no movement. Ball 3. Smoked on the ground to second. Fires to first in time. Big at bat coming up for Ketel Marte. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball
Ball.
almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Just
Ball.
misses the
That's high.
mark outside the zone. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just.
And that'll do it. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Max Clark. This one in the air. One up, one down. Swings and misses. And that is strike one. Center field. And a couple of quick outs. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Sliced hard but foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. This one smoked on its way out of here. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. The other way, and he beats the shift. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now, Roman Anthony. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
No, that's it.
Late with the swing there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. In the air, left field, Figgins on the move towards foul ground. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates. Back-to-back base hits. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Anthony takes it in for the out. And there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. Ball one there.
That's in.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Swing and a pop-up. And that will drop foul. Man at second. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Here's the throw to the plate. Save. In comes the run from second. And the lead is up to 5. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Carlos Correa. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the All-Star, the right fielder, Jake Potter.
And first offering is fouled off. Cuba leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. And it's 1-1. Swings through that.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter. Will Smith to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. This one popped up. Singleton on the move towards the line. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Now the left fielder, Sean Figgins. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Now 1-1.
Ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Ball.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it.
Runner on the go. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Way inside, gets out of the way. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Inside, almost got him.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Brings it in with a nice running grab. 1 away. 1 out man at first. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. He swings and fouls one off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Runner on the go. Line drive, base hit. Figgins coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. It's 7-1. Ball 1, no strikes. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add to their lead. It's 9-1. Next to hit, Ken Singleton. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. Tatis with a star scraper. It's their second home run of the inning. Hit on the ground to short. Toss to Alonso, and Witt is out. And they're happy to just get off the field. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Out to short. Witt over to first. And he's out. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. On a line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. In there safely.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Man on second, 2 down.
That's the ball.
And they'll do it again. Base hit! Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 10-3. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the left fielder, Roman Anthony. Just missed.
Ball.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable.
No, that's down.
And
Ball.
that location will definitely do it.
Swings through that one for strike 2. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. 2-2 down. Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. Lead runner around second. They'll throw in, and now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that. Battling with 2 strikes. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it.
That is the inning. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Leading off, George Brett.
That's the ball.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Anthony under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Ball.
smash to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. That one felt good. Back to the top of the order now. Now the left fielder, Sean Figgins. This one in the air, center field. Clark settles underneath it. And there's 2 away. He's already homered here in this one. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
And first offering is fouled off.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
High fly ball out towards left field. Ranging back. And that one is off the wall. They're waving Ramirez home. The run scores all the way from first. And he's out.
On the tag, you're out.
Down, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 7th, digging in, Chase DeLauder.
The right fielder.
And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Ground ball right side. Foul and foul ball. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Fought off foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That's ripped into the outfield. 2 away down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Swings and sends a rocket to right. That is the inning. Back here at the friendly confines. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And it's fouled away. The 0-1.
Ball, that's outside.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Clowns, the right fielder, Ken Singleton.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. The 1-1.
Tag 2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A solo shot. And they add on. It's 13-3. 1 down. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tag.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw,
Too late.
but it's
Hey.
not in time. Base hit.
The batter, number 7, Bobby Witt Jr.
Tatis runs. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. George Brett, the next to hit. Rips that one to right. Brings it in. 2 down.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Clark has a beat on it. And that'll do it. Back here at Wrigley Field, stepping in, Max Clark.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Just
No, that's
missed.
outside. Ball.
Hard hit right side. Throws to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now a screamer into the outfield. Tatis takes it in for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Out towards right center field. Tatis really on his horse for it. And that is that. (15-3) is how it ends.